Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
And fit's the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because it's almost always...
And this is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Their dangerous wide receiver, 38 yards. And the Saints have taken the early lead. And he knocks it through. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This one taken just inside the 10. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. And they'll drive their first drive 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Here's Keenum now on second down. Austin's got it left side. 11 yards for number 11.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Keenum, he couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. And a look at the defense now. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They'll try and run this with Austin. And some room to work. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
When big plays occur, offensive coordinators can do one of two things. They can come right back to the same play, saying, defense, you've seen it, but you can't stop it. Or they file it away and bring it out later when they think they need it.
From the red zone now, Keenum out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Todd Gurley, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bound game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They'll run it now out of the gun. And look out. I think he's going to go. Touchdown, New Orleans. Marshawn Coppridge, 64 yards. And the Saints have taken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like it's like big bolts.
Will carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
Looking deep downfield. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Delvin Breaux with a pick. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. Davis now. And that'll be incomplete. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some space here. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. Past the 20. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Green, 39. On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Todd Gurley with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
So now they'll try it again as they line up to go for 2.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Keenum's going to throw for it. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. After the penalty, they only needed a yard. They thought they could get it across. They could not.
The right play, the right call, even though it was unsuccessful. When you have 1 yard to get, how many times
count on your offense?
Exactly. How many times have we heard a team say that? If you can't get 1 yard in this situation, well, they tried it, didn't get it, but I still think it was the right play.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
He could muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
It's a quarterback sneak, and he will have a first down here at about the 40. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And this is incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Throw complete right side to Cooks. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They'll look to throw, and Davis with it left side. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but they have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks. Those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We'll be back with more in the NFC title bout after this. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And Cooks has it over the middle. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Davis now. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to loft one, and he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Brandon Cooks, 32 yards. And the Saints add on to their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right into the end zone.
All right, here we go. Blue landing. Blue landing.
53 flight. Check. 53 flight. Let's go one more.
No. Check. Patriot.
Check three.
On first down, it's Gurley. And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And now they're in the hurry-up.
I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game. This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy...
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They come out here in the eye. Keenum now on the keeper. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Now this time, Keenum will throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. They think to give to Gurley. Now Keenum. That's complete to his tight end. This is Lance Kendricks. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the...
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Second down, here's Keenum. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. The one running back is Gurley. Play action to Gurley. Now Keenum. They'll roll him out right. Dumps it off to Gurley. It'll be a gain of 9, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Play fake to Gurley. Now Keenum on the move to his left. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've reached halftime. Who will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl? 2 more quarters to go. As we send you cross-country to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando with our halftime report, here's Larry Ridley. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Set to return, this is Brandon Cooks. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Thomas, the intended target. And it's third down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
He's got time in the pocket. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board will stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use that? One receiver left, 2 to the right. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Here we go. 3-19.
Now Keenum throwing on second. Flush to his right. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. 23 yards on the play.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Here we go now.
Now it's Gurley. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a third down.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
And they're just a couple of yards shy of a first down here on third down. Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Keenum. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Sheldon Rankins with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. And this is picked up by the Saints.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Shift together here from the D-line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. The tackle there by Mark Barron. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
12 yards there as they move the chains.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Davis now. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Now it looks like we're going to time out as there's a Saints player down here on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Now a former New Mexico Lobo, it's Jarrell Presley. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Big boys down there in the trenches, and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense. And what a big-time play there.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Caught right side, Davis. And he gets it down to the 32. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Partner, nothing complicated here. This is just a pretty simple drag route.
You're exactly right, Brandon. Instead of throwing it downfield, they just throw it underneath and let the receiver do the work.
They'll run it now out of the gun. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
And, partner, in a lot of short yardage situations, you'll see the linebackers step up into the gaps, what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, to make sure they take away all spaces, all creases. That one worked really well for them.
They only needed a yard, instead went backwards. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the 4th. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Those really long field goals, when they are made, they are things of beauty. But there is a danger to getting them started, isn't there?
Yeah, with that low drive, you've got to really keep it low to the ground, don't you, to get that distance.
Yeah, hard to just pop it up in the air because otherwise it's not going to get there. So he's got to drive it low in order to have the distance, and that usually puts it in jeopardy, gives him a chance to block it, and everyone knows it on the other side. That's when you get your best jumpers on the other side of the field and try and get up and get it.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. And they're going to speed things up here. Off the play action fake to Gurley. Keenum rolling to his right. And a catch made by Kenny Britt. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there. Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. The one running back is Gurley. They go play action here on first down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
That play was well covered. Just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, we're not able to find any yardage on that one.
Here's Keenum now on 2nd down. Caught here left side by Brett. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. So they're operating in the red zone. They'll come out in the pistol. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. On 1st and 10, Keenum out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
Bell being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Here we go. Gun.
Slot man moves right. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
Here we go now. Blue 90.
Trying a little razzle-dazzle on 3rd and short. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Tavon Austin, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And his kick is good. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. Last time out they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Aaron Donald in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, New Orleans. Brandon Cooks, 82 yards. And the Saints have moved out in front.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead. And
now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And the Rams now coming out on the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass. Defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit with play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Second down following the incompletion. 2nd and 10. Keenum here again. Austin's got it left side. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. The one running back is Gurley. Now a play fake here on first down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown,
and he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And he's able to put it through. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Even score late in the 4th. Let's see if the defense can play within themselves, not give up the big play and contain, and keep this knotted up. Davis now. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, and it's 3rd down. And at this stage in the game, every play is magnified here as we get down to the nitty-gritty. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And now another one thrown incomplete. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They've had to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Hey, here we go now. Green, 39.
Now a first down throw. Keenum. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Time for a break. Back with more in the NFC Championship game after this. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. The one running back is Gurley. Oh, design run for their wideout. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards.
Second down and go play action. It can look like the same exact play and throw it over the top. You can do so because you've established the run in a big way.
So this brings up a 2nd and 2. They'll run again with Presley. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. And the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Third down now following the run. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They come out here in the eye. They turn to Kuhn on 3rd and short. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
3rd and 1, who are you going to call? Not the scat back. You go with the big man. Hand him the ball and let him get upfield and pick up a first down.
They go play action here on first down. And he's got it over the middle. Fleener. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Second down, 8. Shift together here from the D-line. Now a carry here for Presley. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Michael Brocker's in on the stop. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So this is certainly, and play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. So this is certainly a tough test here in the early career of the rookie kicker. This for a trip to the Super Bowl. And the kick is good. He got it. And the next stop is Houston. They're going to the Super Bowl. Well, I know at points in this one you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
And that'll close the books on the conference championship. For Charles Davis, myself, Brandon Gaudin, and our entire crew, we'll talk to you in 2 weeks from the Super Bowl.